Hello, this is Siri and you're listening to my favorite podcast, Not Real Art. I live for this shit cause it's totally lit.
Let's go! Not Real Art, the podcast.
Here we are.
Well, we're here all right.
Your host, Man One, and
Mr. X.
Mr. X. Still Mr. X. Hundreds of episodes into it, and you're still
Well, I like
Mr.
to mix
X.
it up. I mean, as you know, I've had multiple names
Right,
over the course of the years we've been doing this.
right.
And I like to recycle my names. You know, if there's anything I've learned
Mm-hmm.
by observing pop culture, you know, whether it's Prince or P. Diddy,
Yeah,
changing your name,
yeah. That's the way to do it.
that's the way to do it. You know, you get pressed that way. I can work the media,
Yeah.
you know.
So you're going back to Mr. X.
Yeah, I'm gonna go. I'm like, you know, it's like when Diddy went back to P. Diddy. You know, like now I'm like Sean Puffy. Like, you know, like now I'm back to Mr. X.
with a different font, maybe.
Well, yeah. So it's a different font, different point size.
Mm-hmm.
Still black, of course.
Yeah.
Well,
Once you go black,
I would know.
you would know. Out of all people I know, you would know.
Yeah. So yeah, I just like to, you know, mix up my names, keep it interesting.
Yeah.
And you know, I know our listeners, or should I say our listener.
Yeah.
Hello, listener.
Siri.
Did you know? I mean, you know.
What?
Maybe there's a new listener out there that doesn't quite understand that Siri has identified us as her favorite podcast. I mean, it's kind of remarkable, but
Yeah.
hey, I'll take it.
Yeah, people, you know, need to be reminded sometimes that, you know, people like Siri out there appreciate what we're doing.
Dude, I got to tell you something.
Yeah.
So remember the other day when I was at your studio?
Mm-hmm.
Dude, your studio is like I can't walk in that place.
Yeah.
Like there's shit everywhere.
Everywhere.
What the fuck is going on at your studio?
Nothing's going on in my studio. That's the problem.
Well, I mean, you could have fooled me. It looks like everything's going on at your studio.
Well, I mean, typically I do a project, make a fucking mess, clean it up, then do another project, make another fucking mess. But this year has been project after project after project,
And
mess,
no cleaning.
mess after mess after mess.
Yeah.
And also, you know, my studio assistants these days tend to be my two boys, and they have Fridays off, so that's the day that I take them to the studio to work. But you know, they're fucking 19 years old now, so it's like, oh, I can't go today, Dad. I'm gonna go jam with my friends.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't go today because I have an appointment with DMV. You know, so now they're slacking.
Mm-hmm.
So now I have no assistants that I can, you know, just slave drive on a given week.
Yeah.
So yeah, so my studio is a fucking mess. It's a mess.
Well, you know, it's like I was reminded of the old bumper sticker, the old thing. You know, it's like, you know, something about you know, messy desk is a sign of genius or something. Like, I wonder if
Sure.
you know, if that's true, then you know, perhaps a messy studio is the sign of genius
Well, at least it's a sign that I'm working, you know,
and not cleaning.
and not cleaning.
Right.
But you know, the other thing that's crazy right now is like at the beginning of the year, I had this whole idea about how I wanted to redo the studio.
Right.
I wanted to build this wall. I wanted to build this shelving stuff for my canvases. I had this whole plan, and finally found a guy, you know, not too long ago. And just as we started talking about what I wanted to do with the studio, my fucking building goes up for sale. So now I'm in this situation where, like, wait a minute. Do I want to put money into something where
Hell no.
Who knows how much longer I'm going to be here, you know?
Right.
I'm so disappointed because, like, I love my studio. I love my space. I love where I'm at. I love my landlord. Like, everything's so good about it. And, now I got to think about it's going to end.
Right.
It may be in 6 months. It may be in 3 years. Who the fuck knows? But when it does happen, it's happening sooner rather than later, probably.
Well, for the benefit of our lonely single listener,
Yeah.
we should let them know that the area your studio is in, Lincoln Heights,
Yeah.
right now is sort of, part of the whole gentrification
Right.
development thing that's going on, in downtown LA. And so anyway, my point being is that I can't imagine that building's not going to sell if it hasn't already sold. I mean,
It hasn't sold yet. Well, who knows when this airs, but as of right now, it hasn't sold yet. But there's like 9 people already looked at it.
right.
And it's only been on the market for like, a short while. It's gonna sell. It's
But what about the taco joint on the corner? Because I mean, if I'm a developer,
yeah.
right, I'm going to want that whole
Yeah, you want the
area.
whole corner, the
Yeah.
whole thing. I don't know. I don't know what's gonna happen to them.
Yeah.
They're a separate building, but
Right.
but yeah, it's the whole biotech corridor is being built out right there.
Yep.
Keck, the USC,
yeah.
put in like $1 billion a few years ago to make this whole thing happen. So they're buying everything left and right. So yeah, my area is going to be completely different and gentrified in a few short years. And my building specifically, they're probably going to tear it down,
Oh, yeah.
do underground parking,
Sure.
whatever. They'll, we'll see what happens. But,
Building meet wrecking ball.
yeah. So kind of
Well,
bummed.
that sucks. I'm sorry. I mean,
Yeah.
you've been there a while. It's, sort of your home away from home.
Yep.
It's a great spot, great location, not just as an artist, in terms of the sort of the functionality of the space itself, which is very flexible and it's been
Right.
a really good space for you in
Yeah.
terms of working there. But its proximity to downtown LA, to your house. I mean, it's
Yeah.
a very central location for you.
Right. Yeah, I mean, it's going to be hard to replace this studio because number one, what I'm paying for it, I don't think I'll be able to find that kind of price anywhere in that area. That's for sure. So that's going to suck. I'm going to have to probably go smaller and pay more if I want to stay in the area. But who knows? I mean, somehow every time I've had to move, this is the first time that actually I'll be forced to move. Actually, my other studios, I opted to move,
Right.
or whatever. Even when I moved to Gallery, I chose to do that. But I always end up somewhere better.
Yeah.
So I'm confident that I'll end up somewhere better, but it just sucks going through it right now. Well, I'm not even going through it. I'm just thinking about it. But yeah.
Well, it's stressful. I mean, you got to fucking move.
Yeah, but I got so much shit, dude.
Well, that's the problem. That's why, like telling you got to get your boys back in there to get them to clean up.
It's not even just the cleanup. It's where do we put all this shit?
Yeah, well,
I don't have enough walls for all the canvases.
right.
I don't have enough shelves for all the toys.
Right. I mean, joking aside, I mean, you've got a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
And, yeah, I mean,
Yeah. Have a big, what do they call that? Chinese fire sale.
Right.
So.
Well, there's some, I think, isn't your tenant next door to you Chinese? Maybe they could come over and.
All my neighbors are Chinese, and they always trip out. They always try to come on. They're like, "What are you doing here?"
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Because it's pretty much sweatshops around me.
Right.
Let's be real.
Well, your space was a sweatshop.
And my space used to be a sweatshop. So they come over and they're like, "What are you doing in there? What And then they see art and they just freak out, like, "What the fuck is this?"
Right.
So it's funny. They're good people, but not necessarily in the art business.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think we should do one of our favorite segments. I mean, our listeners love this segment.
Mm-hmm.
They know it and love it as the Instagram Roulette segment.
Right.
And for those new listeners who aren't familiar with the segment, a little bit of background. So this is one of our favorite segments where we pull out our phones.
Mm-hmm.
We go onto our Instagram accounts, and we basically cover our Instagram feeds like we are covering current events.
Right.
And shout out to some of our favorite artists. So, and this, of course, is snapshot in time. Man one, you've pulled out your phone and you opened your Instagram account. What are you seeing? What's catching your eye?
Man. So I'm just scrolling down here, and there's a lot of selfies today going on here.
Yeah.
I'm not really feeling the whole selfie thing. I don't know why. I don't usually have people on here that are doing selfies, but anyways, I'm trying to see some art. I don't see any art on my feed right now. Do you see any art on your feed?
Yeah. Well, not real art.
Oh man.
Well, if you want me to sort of weigh in first.
Yeah, you go ahead.
Okay.
If you got something.
Right. So I just want to shout out to my girl, Anna DeGuzman. She is not a real artist. She's actually a magician, sleight of hand girl, and she's or artist, and she's probably, I don't know, 25.
Yeah.
Cute gal, but her whole thing is magic and sleight of hand card tricks. And she has 48,000 followers, almost 49,000 followers on Instagram.
Yeah.
Anna DeGuzman. And she is so talented, so fun, so smart, so charming and cute. And
yeah.
And so she popped up right away. So I just want to give a shout out to her and have our listeners check her out. But to answer your question, no, I'm not really seeing a lot of art. I mean, Kook popped up, Risk popped up, our boy Gonzo247 popped up, but that's it. I mean, seems like there's a lot of ads happening.
You know what today is? That's why.
What is today?
Today is Mexican Mother's Day.
Ah.
Yeah.
That's it. Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So.
Well, happy birthday to your mother.
Yeah. Yeah.
How's she doing?
My mom's doing great. She's her and my dad are.
Shout out to Mama
in Palm Springs, living the life.
Oh yeah.
So, yeah. So happy Mother's Day to my mom.
Nice.
Mexican Mother's Day, because when you're a Mexican mother, you celebrate Mexican Mother's Day and American Mother's Day.
Of course.
So you do both.
You get double.
So yeah, sending her
double the pleasure.
All my love. So I have a really stupid feed right now, dude. Like I'm looking down and I just like I gotta start unfollowing people is what I'm realizing.
Right.
Because some of these are just like not interesting. I'm like, what the hell is going on? First artwork here that's popping up. Shout out to Mr. Trickster. So Trix is a friend, West Coast artist. Been doing it for a long time. So he's got like a little burner going on here. He's calling it Roscoe's Chicken and Waffles Funk. So anyway, shout out to Trickster, keeping it alive. But go my boy Graffiti the City. Shout out to at Graffiti the City. You know those graffiti hats I wear a lot.
Oh yeah.
So
you're not wearing one right now, but
no, I'm not wearing right now. But
you're wearing your Man One hat. Right
yeah,
now.
yeah. So when I wear it, you know why I'm repping Graffiti the City. So homeboy, you know, we're always working together on stuff. Actually, we got something coming up at the Beat Swap Meet.
Oh, sweet.
With Graffiti the City.
Okay.
So we painting some painting live on some panel trucks. So shout out to my man Javi at Graffiti the City.
Right on.
What do you got going on over there?
Bunch of hotties. I don't know. I gotta. Why am I following so many hotties? I don't. Oh, right, because they're not real artists.
Yeah.
No, joking aside. Well, our boy Mark Brickey, Adventures in Design, popped up here.
Mm-hmm.
He's got a new podcast out. You know, Mark is one of the real pros in the podcasting game. Been doing it a long time, well over probably close to 1,000 episodes now. Of course, we're close. I mean, we're catching up with him very quickly.
Right.
But he's a daily podcaster. And everybody should check him out at AID Podcast on Instagram. Shout out to Mark.
Yeah, what up, Mark?
And yeah, man, I'm getting a lot of ads in my feed right now.
Yeah, me too. I was just gonna say the same thing. Maybe we should turn this into a fuck ads on Instagram page.
Dude.
Wow, dude, we're getting bombarded by ads now.
Well, that's why Instagram's over. I mean, we've reached peak Instagram.
Yeah.
And it's just a matter of time before I think people start just turning it off.
Yeah, except us, because we don't know what the fuck we're doing.
So, I just saw something that Mass Appeal posted regarding Childish Gambino's "This Is America" video,
right?
Which raises the topic.
Mm-hmm.
Have you seen the video?
I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What does that mean to you?
To me, it's like, you know, it fits with the "This Is America." Like, you know, fucking guys dancing, the kids are doing their thing and taking flicks, and people getting shot and getting killed, and then some more dancing and massacres, and, you know, chasing black people around. It's like it is. That's what we're going through right now. It's like this whole fucking chaotic, you know, on one hand, and to me it means on one hand, black Americans are the shit, you know? Like, black Americans are leading our music culture, are leading our, you know, in arts. Black Americans are doing so much in entertainment. And at the very same fucking time, cops are killing black dudes. Black people are being, you know, thrown out of restaurants. It's crazy. You know, the president talking shit about blacks. So to me, it's all those things mixed in. It's like on one end you have, you know, where we're at in terms of art and culture with, you know, and then the other end, we're trying to, you know, this country's just trying to fucking, you know, remove blackness from America. And yeah, it was fucking. I think it's a powerful video. I think it's like poignant, very well directed. I thought, you know.
Right. Well, for me, I just was yet again blown away by Donald Glover.
Mm-hmm.
You know, AKA Childish Gambino.
By the way, just so you know,
yeah.
I didn't even know who the fuck Donald Glover was.
Right.
I didn't know.
Yeah. And when you start to realize what a multi-dimensional, multidisciplinary
Mm-hmm.
artist he is,
Yeah.
he's one of our greats right now.
Right.
You know?
What I like about it is that because I don't watch like what is he now
Atlanta.
So
Yeah.
I don't watch that show.
Oh yeah, have you seen it?
I've never seen it.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
You've got to fix that.
Well, now I want to see it.
Yeah.
Now I want to see it, but I've never seen that, and I don't watch a lot of TV, so
Right, of course.
I miss all that shit. Like a lot of actors and stuff, they go under the radar because I don't pay attention.
Well, you don't watch a lot of TV.
Yeah, but you know, so when he came out, Childish Gambino, I was like, who the fuck is this guy? You know, like I never heard of him, right? And then when I found out the backstory and how he's actually an actor, now he's doing music. Mm-hmm. I kind of like that. Because there's you know the other way is, you know, they're a musician and then they become an actor,
right?
And they usually suck at acting.
Yeah.
And even if you may suck at singing or rapping, you're still an actor, so you can still,
sure,
you know, be entertaining.
Yeah.
And so I was like, oh, that's cool, that's interesting, you know, and that's kind of what I saw in the video is like, you know, he definitely knows about acting and about his body and about movement and all that shit comes through.
Yeah.
Way more effectively than some fucking rapper guy throwing hundreds of dollars of bills in the air at stripper bitches on a video. Right. You know, it's like, it was really smart, I thought, you know, and it was very artsy. It's funny, you know, that meme, everyone's doing the meme of his pose.
Right.
How fucking classic is that? That pose is like became an instant fucking meme, an instant classic. When you see that pose, you know what you're talking about. You're talking about that song, that video.
Right.
That's genius.
Yeah.
You know? So big ups.
Right. Shout out Childish Gambino, aka Donald Glover. Thanks, brother.
And I don't even know if I like his music or not.
No, exactly.
Anything.
I mean, I
don't know.
He was on an NBC show.
Oh, yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
Yeah, and I forget the name of it. It was Chevy Chase was in it. It was set in a school. It was a kind of a comedy thing. These different teachers and stuff. He was in that. I didn't watch the show, but I knew that's how I initially knew him. And then Atlanta came out.
Yeah.
And I started watching Atlanta, and I watch it in fits and starts. But I was on a plane flight somewhere one time, and I was able to binge watch like all of the episodes, and it's just pure genius. I mean, and so fresh, so authentic,
right?
Still entertaining and funny, but dark, and I mean, you know, real, just real,
right?
And I don't really know his music either. But this video obviously is breaking through.
Did you see him on Saturday Night Live?
I did not.
So I saw the Saturday Night Live performance, and I really dug it.
Okay.
He was doing a different song. I forgot the other song he was doing, but in the song on the stage, he's not in the front with singers behind him. Mm-hmm. He's like in a living room. And he's kind of in the middle of the living room. So there's guys and girls and everything like having fun at this living room that he just happens to be at. Mm-hmm. And they're sitting down. Some people are sitting down. Some people are standing. Some people are dancing. Some people are having conversations. Like it was so refreshing to see something different on a stage. You know,
yeah, right.
It was more like you're watching a little tiny musical.
Yeah. As
opposed to you're watching a guy singing a song on SNL.
Sure.
And the song, I don't even remember what the name of the song was, but and I don't even know if it was good or not. Right. But it was entertaining.
Yeah.
And
you enjoyed it.
And I enjoyed it. And you know what? The people on stage, they were all people of color. I don't know if they were all African American, but the majority were. Mm-hmm. But they were all shapes and sizes. Yeah. They were. It was so cool. Right. Like you know, there's this whole thing about when musicians get on stage and they want to look a certain way and they want to have only have the sexy chicks on stage. Sure. And this was just like, it's refreshing to see that he's trying to be real, right. You know, and like these are the people around me and this is what they really look like. Yeah. And we're all having fun and we're all enjoying this music together. Yeah. So that was cool. That won me over too.
Cool.
Yeah.
I'll definitely check that out. He was on when? Just last week?
Yeah, I think it was just last week. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, I'll check it. Hey, man, one.
Yeah.
Have a good night.
For sure.
All right, we're out.
Peace.
Late.